weekly preview. And yeah, we'll get into another big game with Alabama and against that Tennessee offense that we were just talking about. And Alabama's, going on the road here, going into a hostile environment, a rivalry game that kind of almost like an awakened rivalry now since Tennessee hasn't been good. Um, Last year they had themselves a competitive game, so this one should be a fun one. We know the Tennessee fans will be there. They'll be out in full force and loud and going crazy. But this one, Alabama's ranked number 3 now after that performance. They kind of slid a bit with Georgia and Ohio State now overtaking them in the rankings. But they're going against a Tennessee team that's ranked number 6 at this point, right?
Yeah.
So Tennessee clearly has put in the work to
Work their way up these rankings.
yeah, so to work their way up, and this is now a top 10 matchup with these guys. An Alabama team that's we've seen struggle with Arkansas at times. Now we've seen struggle with A&M. We don't know the status of Bryce Young. Is he gonna be back? Is he still working on that shoulder?
Right.
So a lot of things going on for this game, and
Yeah, I think this would be another, just like we saw earlier this year with Texas going against Bama. And I mean, last week I don't think was so much a test, especially being that everybody expected a blowout. But Texas was definitely a test. Texas had Bama on the ropes, and I think Tennessee, they're able to do that. They're able to test them. They're able to go the distance with Bama. And it'll be interesting to see how Heaton Hooker performs, because it's kind of like, if he doesn't perform well, then it's like, okay, then we know it's more of a, he's a good quarterback, but he doesn't have that it factor
well,
kind of thing. But
if he didn't perform his greatest, I wouldn't be too surprised, considering he would be going against that Bama defense. I mean, if he completely just plays so horrible, they got to bench him. That would
right,
be surprising.
I don't think that'll be the
Yeah,
case
and I
though.
don't think that will be the case. But you know, look, like we said, these guys are ranked that high for a reason.
No,
They're both undefeated at this point, and yeah, I mean, it's interesting. You have Alabama, a 7.5 point favorite on the road against a top 10 team in a rivalry game.
that's crazy.
And probably this
Um,
is about as high as they could stretch it. I mean, look, when you see Alabama play these other teams, and it has to be, 20 plus points, 30 plus point spreads, because,
you don't.
yeah, Vegas can't do it otherwise, or they're going to get killed, right? Um, so you figure a 7.5 point spread here. You got to figure it's probably closer than that in their
Right.
numbers. This is just what they could put out there, but yeah, this will be a fun run. This one will be a 3:30 game, so plenty of time for Tennessee fans to have a few cocktails and
And
be ready
enjoy
for the game.
themselves.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be yeah, I'm sure it's gonna be a great atmosphere over there for
Yeah,
that
for
game.
sure. Especially just being that Tennessee's playing great, and obviously they're undefeated, and they just having that. Just, we saw what happened with Kansas. Like Kansas, they filled their seats, and I'm sure it'll be the same case with Tennessee.